What exactly is CP chemistry, and why does it strike some pairings like lightning while others, despite beauty, youth, flawless styling, and perfect framing, leave audiences strangely unmoved? Because CP chemistry has never been about visual symmetry or mathematical balance, but about a quiet emotional voltage that flows between two people when they share the same frame, an invisible tension that cannot be rehearsed, coded, calculated, or replicated, only felt, sensed, and slowly absorbed. And that is precisely why, when Songyun and Hou Minghao appeared together, something unexpected unfolded in the hearts of viewers, a collective realization that what they were witnessing was not a carefully engineered romance assembled by scripts, editing, or marketing strategy, but a rare emotional alignment that emerged organically, almost accidentally, because true CP chemistry is not built from age, appearance, or trending formulas. It is born from timing, temperament, emotional intelligence, and a shared rhythm that cannot be forced, sometimes triggered by nothing more than a pause that lasts a fraction too long, a restrained glance that carries unspoken meaning, or a fleeting smile that arrives before the mind has time to control it. And Songyun embodies this phenomenon in a way that quietly dismantles age anxiety without ever confronting it directly or making it a point of discussion, because at 35 she does not fight time or disguise it. She does not chase youth nor reject maturity, but instead allows both to coexist naturally within her presence, creating a calm, grounded aura that feels gentle yet unbreakable, soft yet deeply resilient, bright yet layered with experience, enabling audiences to forget numbers entirely and focus solely on the emotional clarity she brings to every role, a clarity rooted in kindness, emotional awareness, and an inner steadiness that reads as youthful vitality without fragility, innocence without naivety. While Hou Minghao, at 28, brings a contrasting energy that is equally essential to this delicate balance, a youthfulness that is not reckless, an intensity tempered by restraint, a curiosity about the world that has begun to settle into quiet composure, carrying both eagerness and self-control in his gaze, and when these two energies meet, the result is not imbalance or awkwardness, but depth. Because the 7-year age gap does not fracture the emotional rhythm between them but instead enriches it, adding layers of tension, contrast, and realism, creating a dynamic where Songyun's maturity feels like a calm river offering safety, reassurance, and emotional grounding, while Hou Minghao's presence moves like wind across its surface, unpredictable yet alive, introducing momentum, hesitation, risk, and possibility. And it is within this contrast that their chemistry ignites, not loudly, not through overt declarations, exaggerated gestures, or scripted sweetness, but quietly through silence, through eye contact that lingers half a second too long, through reactions that feel instinctive rather than designed, allowing the audience to lean forward subconsciously, holding their breath without realizing it, afraid to blink or miss something intangible yet significant, because truly compelling on-screen chemistry does not announce itself or demand attention. It invites participation, gently pulling viewers into the emotional space between the characters and asking them to fill the gaps with their own memories of attraction, restraint, missed timing, unresolved longing, and emotional vulnerability, which is why so many on-screen couples fail to resonate, not because they lack sweetness or dramatic moments, but because their emotions arrive too fast, too polished, too eager to prove love rather than allow it to grow naturally, turning romance into performance instead of experience, into spectacle instead of connection, while Songyun and Hou Minghao allow emotion to ferment slowly, patiently, moving from distance to curiosity, from cautious observation to tentative approach, from retreat to reaffirmation, mirroring real emotional trajectories that feel lived in, imperfect, and recognizably human, where trust accumulates in small details rather than grand gestures, where affection reveals itself before it is named, making a single glance more powerful than a confession and a moment of silence more moving than pages of dialogue. And this restrained ambiguity becomes the engine of immersion, drawing viewers into a deeply personal viewing experience where they unconsciously project their own emotional histories onto the characters, younger audiences seeing courage, growth, and the thrill of emotional discovery, older audiences seeing memory, reflection, and echoes of feelings once felt but never fully expressed, proving that CP chemistry is not mystical luck or blind audience bias, but the result of disciplined acting, emotional generosity, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to authenticity, because Songyun understands how to leave space for her co-star, how to listen with her eyes rather than dominate a scene, how to respond instead of perform, allowing emotion to breathe naturally without forcing its direction, while Hou Minghao knows when to advance, when to pause, when to hold back, and when to let emotion surface without embellishment or exaggeration, both actors prioritizing the logic of the relationship over individual spotlight, choosing emotional truth over self-display, and it is precisely this shared philosophy that allows authenticity to emerge quietly but powerfully. And in an industry increasingly saturated with manufactured hype, algorithm-driven sweetness, trending edits, and relentless marketing narratives that push audiences to feel something on command, their pairing feels like a quiet rebellion, a gentle countercurrent that allows viewers to rediscover the primal appeal of human connection, the kind that does not beg to be noticed or aggressively marketed, but stays with you long after the screen fades to black, lingering in the mind like a melody you cannot immediately name, like a lamp glowing softly in the night. Not dazzling or overwhelming, but warm enough to settle into memory, making you think of it unexpectedly during moments of solitude, reflection, or emotional stillness, and that is the true power of their CP chemistry. It does not explode in fireworks or demand instant reaction. It settles, it ferments, it deepens with time, growing more vivid the longer you sit with it, and if you felt that quiet pull too, if this pairing stayed with you longer than you anticipated, if it made you pause, reflect, or remember something personal and unspoken, thank you sincerely for staying with us until the end of this story. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us whether you believe CP chemistry comes from age, appearance, fate, or emotional truth and performance. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for 24H News, TM, because your support is what allows us to continue exploring the most subtle, human, and unforgettable moments in entertainment, and we look forward to seeing your thoughts, reflections, and conversations in the comments section.